Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm okay. Wanted to come bend your ear. Some stuff I've been hearing recently that it does line up with some things I've experienced, but I kind of brushed them off as maybe one-offs. And I think, the more that I look at the, feedback, I really do agree that it's been happening too much. So lately there's been a lot of, I don't want to say over-reliance. I think that's the wrong way to put it, but I just want to, there's been a, God, it's hard to find the right term because everyone sounds so bad. It's not laziness. It's almost like maybe there's just been a reliance on like low-hanging fruit, right?
Okay.
And it feels like people have taken advantage of that. And it seems like early on, as things were restructured and the laws were being refocused, remanaged after the collapse, a lot of officers were calling judges a lot for input on things or guidance, right? And I heard some rumors during the last term about some things I wasn't sure about. Like I heard that like when Siobhan was still an attorney, she would be like down there in the cells like instructing PD. And I've heard a lot of stories where PD have called judges like mid cell rep and been like, what do you think about this and this? What would you do? And then that judge basically is the same one that would be taking the bench trial. So it's just overall, I just need to communicate that, the only way I think that things are going to get better for PD in court is if you guys go through the process, you know what I mean? And if we keep looking for shortcuts like that, I think, I don't think it's going to help anybody.
Do you mean like in terms of shortcuts? Are you saying like, okay, like trying to create conflict? Like they're unable to
look,
take
I
the
just
case
mean that I'm not saying they're trying to create conflict. What I'm saying is that instead of relying on their training and their experience and their knowledge and coming up with the charges they believe in, right? Because their training should be charge what you believe you can stand up for in court, right? So if they're charging and that's the standard they're using, what they believe they can stand up for in court, then they shouldn't be, calling a judge and saying, hey, what's the answer going to be if I go to court on this, which is effectively what they're doing.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you believe in what your judgment and your training, then you should be willing to stand up for it and go to court and argue it. And if you don't,
100% makes sense.
if you don't, right, then maybe you shouldn't be charging those charges. And so, some people, it seems like, are looking for the answers to the damn test and they're not even trying to put their best effort forward first. And that's problematic for both the judges and the DOJ and also for, the civilians on the other side of the law who effectively are being told, you're shit out of luck because I already called the judge and he already told me what the charges should be in this type of scenario. So now if you ask for a bench trial, well, I already know the fucking answers to the test, so you're fucked.
Yeah, it's like who wants to be a millionaire, don't phone a friend, just stick with your answer.
Yes, 100%. And I think that people have just gotten too comfortable. So I'm just, I'm gonna be talking to all the different shift leads and I'm gonna be just letting them know, look, this isn't like a disrespect thing. It's not changing, how we work with each other, but we just need to set some better boundaries for the process. So just letting you know, heads up that, that's something that's going to be changing.
I'll run it up to Barrick and I'll make sure to run it down to my seniors to make sure my officers are notified.
Yeah. And look, you know what? And I'll tell you this right now. I and every other judge, okay, we'll spend time whenever we can. If you want to talk to us outside of a certain scenario, if you have a general question in like the future, hypotheticals, right? Because then you're just asking for education.
Yeah, I think, sometimes, I mean,
or after a case, for example, pick our brains, right?
Myself included, I know I've made one call, and that's because I had everyone and their fucking mothers questioning me. And I was like, I know that I'm right.
Sure.
And I definitely made that call. I was like, look, Judge, I need you to fucking tell me that I'm not batshit and saying, well, I have 4 people telling me I'm wrong. And they were like, yeah, you're right. And what ended up happening there is one of the officers that I was like, yeah, no, I'm in the right here, so do as I'm telling you. I go off duty, and I learned the next day that he called another judge to double verify, and I was like, why? I told you, because what ended up happening in that exact thing is what
judge shopping has also been happening.
Yes,
I've been noticing again.
What happened in that exact moment, and the thing that you're very clearly pointing out is there were 2 judges around that were going to take that bench trial, and now both were like, well, no, now we can't because you're a dumb fuck who didn't just trust your sergeant at the time. I can do that for you, no problem. Easy.
Okay, appreciate it. Yeah, that's all I got. Otherwise, we'll see what happens.
Yep. Oh, I got you. Appreciate the time, Crane.
Yeah, you have a good day.
Oh, he says, do you need a lift anywhere?
No, I'm gonna go shit in your toilet.